Today, I'm letting you in on probably one of my biggest sales secrets. Hello and welcome to Full Body Yes Sales, the podcast where we show you how to make more sales than ever in your online business in a way that feels authentic, empowering, and feels completely aligned with how you want to do business. Let's dive into today's episode. Hello and welcome back to Full Body Yes Sales. As usual, we have the iced latte here and we're talking sales today. And we're talking something really, really special because this is honestly one of my best kept secrets. And this is how you can actually utilize testimonials, because most people are using testimonials not in the best way. We're really lazily using testimonials and not getting huge results from them. And myself personally, literally most of my clients, probably the biggest reason why people sign on with me is because of my testimonials and because of how I utilize them. Not because I have better testimonials necessarily. I just utilize them so damn well. And I'm going to share with you today how to actually utilize your testimonials through every stage of your business to actually getting potential clients in the first place, to getting leads, and actually making the sale in the first place as well, to actually get you that income and get you those sales and get you those clients. So this is how you can actually utilize your past client results to get you your future clients. So let's dive in. So as I said, this is honestly one of the most underutilized things I see people just not taking advantage of in their business. And I see so many people missing out on clients because of this, who their testimonials are amazing and yours probably are as well, but you're just not taking full advantage of them and you're missing out on clients because of this. So let's talk how you can actually utilize these testimonials to actually get you more clients in your business, literally starting from this week. This is literally actionable stuff you can put in right in this week. So make sure you're listening in and make sure you're paying attention, and we're going to share some good strategies with you right now. So first off, let's talk in the leads phase. I'm going to put my iced latte down so we can fully focus for these strategies. But with the leads phase, so this is actually how we can utilize testimonials then to actually get to potential clients, get people actually interested in the first place to be potential clients that you actually having conversations with. And with this, I see so many people using the same strategy of screenshots and sharing the screenshots of, oh my gosh, this person's doing so well in my program. Look what this client achieved, and all these great screenshots. And those are really great. Don't get me wrong. Screenshots are lovely. We love seeing a good screenshot, but they can feel really random, just kind of thrown together. And honestly, you do not give your testimonials justice when you're just sharing screenshots, because how are we supposed to know the context behind that amazing client who went from 0 to signing 3 clients, for example, and how much she was struggling just 2 weeks ago? How are we going to know that just from a freaking screenshot? We can't see all of that detail. So what is missing so much behind this is just context and actually some kind of thread weaving through all of these screenshots. And I see so many people not including this and just sharing a screenshot and thinking, why is no one signing up? I have really great testimonials because I shared all of these great client results, when actually people don't realize how good the client result was in the first place. We need to have some context behind all of these amazing results that you're sharing, and you can do this in one of 2 ways. I think 2 ways work really, really well. Number one is we can just have a message through this. So for example, with me, I talk about constantly the idea of doubling your income, because that's my average client result. And I talk constantly about how my clients have doubled their income. And when I'm sharing a screenshot, I'll weave this into, okay, this client, they're just celebrating a 5K month here. And when we first started working together, they were at 2K months. They've now doubled their income. And just sharing that extra bit of context to just show that message, show that transformation, which I talk about constantly, to essentially just weave them all together under the same umbrella there. So it feels like they're part of a bigger story. It doesn't feel like a random screenshot that I just threw up there and it sounds really cute on its own. It actually feels like it's part of a bigger story. It feels like it's really storytelling there, essentially. And the second way you can do this really, really well is sharing a case study. I see so many people not doing this. Oh my gosh, please share case studies. Actually break down where your client was when you started working together, what you actually did together, i.e. selling them on your process, showing them how you work with clients, and then show that end result and give the screenshots in there, share the evidence in there, but actually walk them through that full case study transformation, because this is so, so powerful. It actually allows someone to firstly see, where did this person start off, as in, can I relate? Am I also in that position right now? Wow, I'm also struggling with this. Oh, and they got to here in just 30 days. Wow, that's really amazing. I want to get to there as well. And it also shows them how you do things with clients. So it really helps them to see if they resonate with your process, your approach, how you actually do things with clients, because they can just get so much depth from a case study. And again, it just gives that context, which you can't get from sharing a screenshot. So yes, share the screenshots, absolutely, but include some case studies as well. Actually really go into detail and break some of these down, and make sure they're leaning into this overarching message which you have of, I help people to completely transform their mindset in 30 days, or I help people to double their income, or whatever it is. Lean into that message and make sure they're all tying into this message, because really screenshots, they're not serving on their own. They are part of a bigger picture, and they are really the evidence which is backing up your promised transformation. So when I talk about doubling your income with clients, I'm not just saying these words and leaving it as that. I'm showing the screenshots as the evidence for this. This is the proof of this happening. This is the evidence of this actually occurring with my clients. So showcasing your screenshots really as the evidence behind the promised transformation. This is backing up what I'm saying, essentially, is the way you want to be utilizing them, not seeing the screenshots as their own solo thing. And I put out a screenshot, so that was enough. This is a client win. Why is no one signing on now? They can see my results. Actually, we need to almost piece that together for them of, this is the overall message, this is the promised transformation, this is what I do with clients, and here's what it looks like for my clients. Here's some examples of that. Here's some evidence behind that, showcasing to you the examples of where this has actually happened. And the more you give this full story and this full context, full case study picture behind your clients, which again, you don't need to have a lot of clients for as well. It's not about width, it's about depth with client results. People do not care. If you've got one really freaking good testimonial and case study that you're really utilizing, that is far more superior and beneficial than having 10 random screenshots from different clients that don't really piece together. And that sounds great, but was it just easier for them? Were they already at that kind of income level, etc.? We almost have questions around that. The more we can focus on depth with a testimonial and with a case study and with a result, the better, and the easier it is for someone to actually see themselves in that potential, in that client, and see that themselves as, wow, I'm struggling with that right now. I'm in that place. I really want to achieve this. Okay, so this process sounds really good. I like how this person works. I like how she does things. I like how mindset heavy it is, for example. So it's really helpful to actually just lean into that, because it just makes it easier for people to resonate with this, and it makes it easier for people to connect and decide to work with you because of your testimonials, because we're making it really freaking easy for them. And then leading on from there, if you're doing that, it makes it really easy to sell your offer, because you can just simply lead in from, okay, I've been speaking about this case study, speaking about this client, all the success she achieved. If you want to do this as well, if you want to also get this result, you can lead in so nicely to talking about your offer that way. It just makes it seamless versus a screenshot. It feels like this big departure when we're just sharing, a few random screenshots and then saying, here's how you can work with me. No one cares yet. We haven't actually convinced them why they should work with us. Versus a case study, it's showcasing so much depth to a transformation. If we're sharing even just the message context behind that screenshot and, why that plays into our bigger message, and how that has, this person has doubled their income, for example, or how this person has transformed their mindset in 30 days, it actually makes it so easy for us to lead into the offer, because the offer is that transformation. The offer is that message, which we just linked back to. So we've already started talking about it, and we're just seamlessly leading into sharing about how you can do this as well, and how I can help you with this, and how I have spaces open right now. It's a really easy way to lead into your offer as well. So the more depth you're actually giving to your transformation and testimonials and client results and screenshots and all those things, the more depth we're actually giving to those, the easier it is for you to actually sell your offers and for you to actually talk about your offers, because it just so naturally leads into talking about that. Why would we not talk about, if you want to also do this? It feels so natural and it feels so easy. And then the second part where you can really utilize your testimonials so much more, and again, I think this is probably the biggest area I see people missing out on, and you are losing so many sales by not using testimonials properly in this area. And that is actually your sales process. That is how we're actually discussing working together, when we're talking on the sales call, when we are having the discussion in the DMs, whichever medium you're choosing to use there. But when you are actually having a conversation with someone about working together, this is your moment for your testimonials to shine. This is the moment you should be bringing these out hard, but really intentionally as well, because I see so many people just bring them out really lightly or not bringing them out at all and thinking, great, they've already seen, my great client results. They've already decided that, I get great results for clients. That might be true. And also, this is probably the biggest thing in your toolkit to be utilizing right now, because if we know that it was the testimonials which really convinced them to get on the call in the first place, why are we not bringing them out again? Why are we not sharing these again in even more depth? And again, this is one of my biggest hacks to signing clients. And I've signed so many clients through this specifically, and this has been the reason why they signed on with me. I've had so many situations where, when someone books a call and they're considering multiple people. So for example, I've been in that situation many times where someone's booked a call with me, but they're also considering maybe 3 to 5 other coaches. They've got calls with them as well. And they're assessing who their favorite is, essentially who they want to work with between those people. And I'm not going to lie, 90% of the time they end up working with me. And I think it really is just because of the testimonials and because of how much energy and intention and thought I put into sharing these testimonials. And I'm going to share with you literally exactly what I do today. And that is, you need to make it specific to the person, because the real benefit that you have is obviously when you're just sharing them on Instagram or you're sharing them to your email list or wherever it is, you're sharing them to just a mass of people. So we have no context on this person. So we're really just focused on, as we said, case study of that. We're really focused on linking it to our message overall. That's all we can really do because we don't know who's reading it. But the really helpful thing is when you're getting on a sales call with someone and you know a little bit about them, you know what they're struggling with, you know their exact goals, how they worded things, you know what industry they're in, whatever it is, you know specifics about that person, or you can at least find them by just having a browse on their website or checking them out a little bit, checking through their social media, etc. But it's really easy for you to get hyper specific with these testimonials then. And this is one of my absolute favorite sales hacks, is actually when you're about to get on a sales call with someone, just take 10 minutes, look through your testimonials and look through them. And we want to essentially just match things up here. So for example, if I as a business coach and I'm having a call with someone who is a website designer, it makes a lot of sense for me to pull out my testimonial from a website designer client and actually link that and say, oh yeah, I've worked with a website designer before who literally has the same offers as you. Here's what we did together and here's the result that I got her. Or if she's, for example, again, using my examples as a business coach, if she's, for example, saying, I really want to get to 5K months, I'm really struggling because a lot of my work is very done for you at the moment. It makes a lot of sense to pull out a client who was also in the done for you industry and was really struggling to scale. And then we did actually scale, and here's how we did it. And here's the result she got. Here's how long it actually took. You can make so many great connections. And again, you don't need to have really specific case studies from this, because especially if you've worked, loads of testimonials from this, you do need to have specific case studies, but not a whole variety of testimonials from this. Really, you just need 1 or 2 that feel really good. And especially if you've worked with clients one-to-one, you have a lot of depth to that, right? There's lots of different areas you've covered, lots of different mini results throughout that. So just take a moment and almost pair these things together of, okay, what is going to be most appealing to this specific person to hear? And when I'm thinking about sharing these testimonials, what is really going to hit home for them, as in connecting with where they are right now. This person was in the same situation, this person was struggling with the same thing, or also the goals and the desires and what they're wanting to achieve. So this person, yeah, she was also really wanting to be in this place. She was also really aiming for this. She wanted to grow in this way, etc. Really match up those things. And honestly, it is the most perfect use of testimonials. And this is where you get the freaking clients and you get them absolutely sold, because it's not just showing generic testimonials that are saying, oh, that sounds really nice. It's good that you helped this person achieve success. It's actually, oh, wow, this person was in the same situation as me. This person was in the same place as me and they got this, which I really want to get as well. And this is how you did it with them. And that sounds really good. And I really love that. And it just makes it feel like, they can actually achieve this as well, because it's such a real relevant to them example. So actually, take a look over, and what I'll always do is just make a note on a Google Doc beforehand of just, what testimonial do I want to share? Literally, this will typically be 1, maximum 2 clients that I'm talking about, and say, oh yeah, that website designer client, she was really in this position, because again, we want the depth here. We want to really go deep with that testimonial and share the full depth of this, but this can be the perfect thing to just bring up just naturally throughout the conversation. So for example, where they are talking about their goals and they're saying, yeah, I'd love to achieve, 10K months, for example, but it's feeling really hard as a done-for-you service provider. That's the moment for me to jump in and say, yeah, actually I worked with a done-for-you service provider who was very much in the same position, was struggling to grow. We got her to that 10K month mark. It took this long, and here's how we did this together. Here's what we focused on and some things that we did together to really get her to this goal. This makes it really, really easy for them to see what working with you could look like and really picture this essentially and see why you are perfect for them, because this is where the testimonials just really helps so much, because it showcases why you are perfect for them, why you have the exact expertise they're looking for. And especially in those situations, as I mentioned, where people are speaking with other coaches, most people don't do this. Most people are just saying, yeah, I have 10 years of experience, you should hire me. Whereas I'm actually coming in and really getting to know them. I'm taking some real time to see where they're at, understanding them, understanding what they're struggling with, understanding what their unique goals are right now. And it makes it really easy for me to actually link testimonials, link client case studies, and share with them why I'm literally the perfect fit for them, why they literally could not find a better fit. And that's why people end up working with me over someone else often, because I make it so much of an obvious fit for them, because I'm sharing testimonials that are so specific for them. So this is the time to be pulling out your testimonials hard when you're actually having a sales conversation with someone, to showcase just how perfect you are for them. And as I said before, the really great thing here that is so helpful as well is people don't care about the volume of case studies and testimonials. People don't care if you've got 10 amazing testimonials. All we need is 1 or 2 that are really good, and to really lean into those, especially when we're having those conversations with people. We do not want to be throwing 10 testimonials at them. We want to pick the 1 or 2 that are really specific to them, that feel really relevant to them, that have the same goals that they can really relate to and they can really resonate with. We want to be just focusing on those 2 or 1. I, to be honest, just lean towards 1 most of the time, and that is what is going to get you the clients. So you don't even need to be in this position where you've worked with dozens of clients and you've got 20 testimonials. You don't need to be in that position at all. That is not what's going to win people over. What's going to win people over is you having 1 really solid testimonial and case study, and actually going more in depth with that, because you have more depth. A lot of the time we just think we don't want to share anymore because we feel like we're saying too much and it's getting a bit long, the case study, and people won't want to hear this much detail. They do want to hear this much detail. So actually leaning more into that is what is going to get you more clients. You don't need more clients, you don't need more testimonials, you don't need more screenshots. You just need to take advantage of what you already have, because that is your greatest asset. And for most people, it is sitting there untapped. Most people aren't actually really utilizing this, but they literally have it sitting there. These really amazing testimonials, these really amazing client results, even the small intangible things that feel small, such as I felt better about my business. I was feeling really positive. I felt like I was really positive around food, whatever it is that is your transformation and your result. Just the small things even are really huge. And even just diving into those a little bit deeper on, what does that actually mean for them? How did that impact their life? Can be so powerful. So again, your testimonials are not holding you back because you don't have enough of them. That is not the issue whatsoever. You don't need any more testimonials for them to be really impactful and be really powerful. You just need to learn how to use them better. And these are the tips which you want to be following. So my challenge for you today is to go and take one of your testimonials, go look back and pick a testimonial, create a freaking case study around it. I want you to really dive in deep here, throw in all the screenshots, but give the context behind them. Actually share where this person was when you started working together, where they were at the end of working together, what you actually did together, all of the results, share all of the depth of this, because again, you don't need more testimonials, you just need some really in-depth ones, and actually to dive in a little bit deeper here. So that's my challenge for you today, to go and actually create that case study, go and put together these testimonials so you have something really amazing to actually be sharing with your people. And as well, you can save this somewhere, so when you do have a sales call, you can pick out the pieces that feel most aligned to that person and really lean in there and just share this as you're going through the conversation in the sales call, to just make it feel like you're a really obvious fit for this person and make it really natural. And again, this is full body sales when we're talking about this, because it's a really easy thing to do, but it's a really effective sales tactic, and it works so well, and it just feels really natural for someone to then sign on with us, because of course we're the most obvious fit, because look at these freaking testimonials that we're sharing there. So there you have it. Those are my sales tactics for how to use your testimonials to literally double your sales this month. Honestly, it is this powerful. It is this powerful when you actually start using your testimonials properly. So go ahead, create some amazing case studies, give some context behind those screenshots, and really lean into the depth versus the width with testimonials. And this is how you can use your past client results to actually get you more clients as well. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you give this a like below. Make sure you subscribe as well so you do not miss every single new episode. New episodes come in every single Monday to help you sell with a full body yes every single time as a female entrepreneur. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.